I'm Matt Bishar with NAREIT's REIT.com, here at the St. Regis Hotel for NAREIT's Washington Leadership Forum. Joining me for this CEO Spotlight is Randy Churchey, the CEO of EdR. Randy, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Matt.
Now, last month, EdR completed a secondary equity offering that netted proceeds of more than $200 million. Can you give us an idea of how the company plans to utilize that fresh capital?
Sure. Our equity offering was well received. We've had a lot of great accomplishments over the last few years. But what we're seeing is a great number of opportunities to develop on or off-campus assets that we'll own for our own account. What we're seeing in the university marketplace these days is universities all have various needs for their capital resources. They prefer to use their funds for the new business center, the new student union, etc. And what they have found is they can partner with somebody like us, where we'll use our funds, build a new residence hall or new apartments on campuses for them. And it's a win-win for the university and for us. So we expect to use our net proceeds mainly on our off-campus and on-campus developments.
You recently announced that the company is planning on selling between $150 million and $200 million in assets this year. Now, that got me thinking, in a unique market like student housing, how difficult is it to find buyers for those types of properties?
10 years ago, it was difficult. But really over the last 10 years, with us being a public company and American Campus Communities being a public company, student housing assets have really moved from, say, a niche real estate to an accepted real estate alternative. So, we have Wall Street following us, institutional investors buy properties. So it is now an institutional investor class of type of assets. And for instance, since 2010, we've sold 26 assets, and we have an additional 6 assets, as you mentioned, for sale. So there's plenty of buyers that help with good, efficient pricing.
Really, any property sector, there's all sorts of shades of tenants and customers that you work with. And in your space, you work with several different types of colleges, from state universities to Ivy League schools. Are there any significant differences as you're working with different types of colleges or universities?
There's really not much. Each university has their goals, but mainly their goals are focused around their students achieving success, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Now, each university has a different tactic of how they're going to go about accomplishing that. But we've found, we have assets at Cornell, we have assets at Syracuse, then all the way to some universities that you may not have heard of before. And it's really not much different. What we're providing is great customer service, hopefully an environment for our students to learn, and that really is universal across all of the universities we serve.
Randy, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Matt.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.